Hey everyone, welcome to Kempner Sports, and my name is Rev Trev. So glad that you joined me today, and today's topic is actually really important. It's going to be on post-draft trading. Now, most of you have probably finished your drafts, or you've got them coming up this weekend or this week, and you got to start thinking about what do you do after the draft. We prepare for a draft. And we got to figure out where can you improve your team. Have you ever looked at your team and had some remorse after the draft and thought, man, what is going on here with my team? I made some mistakes in the draft. How do I fix this? So that's the topic we're diving into. If you haven't hit that like button and subscribe, please support the channel. I'm just trying to make it through this and try to make fantasy content that you're going to love and that's going to help you to compete and to contend and win a championship. So let's dive into that. Lots of people don't like trading until the season starts, but there's people like me who are absolutely addicted to trading. I trade the most in every league, or almost every league, every single year. I love trading. It's one of my favorite things. So some people are nervous because honestly, it's a gamble. And so let's talk today about how to make a trade in that post-draft before the season starts trading. And also, what are some of the challenges? And then we're going to go through some actual trade not offers, but things that have already been accepted, that I've already gotten trades accepted in the last number of days. So let's dive in. How to make a trade. Well, first of all, you've got to figure out what your league mates' weaknesses are and needs improvement. And if you have the strength on your team to move a guy off your bench or move one of your starters, usually people just want your starters, one of your starters, and bring your bench guy who's going to be able to do just as fine, and then improve different areas of your team. Then that's one of the ways how you can make it. If it doesn't work for your league mate, it's not going to work for him at all, and it's just going to get rejected. You're going to waste your time on trade offers, right? So stop being selfish and only offering lopsided trade offers that only work for you. If it doesn't work for them, it's not going to work for the deal to be done. So you've got to be thinking about the other person as well. Number two is that the same position trades rarely work. They absolutely, like wide receiver for wide receiver, running back for running back, quarterback for quarterback, rarely works. There are exceptions to the rule, and I'll show you a couple of them today. But you just need to understand most deals are made from 2 for 2 or a 3 for 3 deal, or a place where you're winning in this area of the trade and then you're losing in this area of the trade, quote unquote, losing in this area of the trade. And number 3 is you got to prey on ADP. Now, not everyone's ranking systems are different. But your draft results is very important. The ADP of the rankings of your site is very important in making a trade before the season starts. So I drafted Damien Harris, the Texans running back, is getting all the hype in round 8. By doing that, I waited too long on tight end. I need a tight end. A friend of mine drafted a second tight end in Hawkinson, and it was just absolutely awful. So I just I don't have a great tight end. I need one. So he offered me Hawkinson for Damien Harris. Well, I drafted Pierce in round 8. He drafted Hawkinson in round 11. I could have drafted him in round 9, 10. That's the thing. And so I'm not going to take that deal. I'd rather try to figure out what I'm going to do with my other tight ends that I have on my team. So also, let's talk about the challenges real quick. Once the draft is over, all of a sudden values go high. It's like you drafted this guy and now you think he's God's gift to football and you're going to win championship for sure. That's not a guarantee. So you have to kind of figure out common ground. Figure out, hey man, What are you thinking you need? If you can send a personal message instead of just sending a trade offer, that helps big time. But understand that people overvalue their players, but don't try to force it if it's not going to work. You just need to move on and go to another team, or just be happy with who you got. And then again, just a reminder, the challenge is know your draft results. Look at where people drafted people, and you'll be able to have a barometer of where they value each one. Okay, now let's dive into some trades real quick here. We're going to start off with one of the first ones I pulled off this year, and this is the deal. As you can see, I received Tyreek Hill, Elijah Moore, and Breece Hall, and he wanted Travis Etienne. He messaged me and says, what will it take for me to get Etienne off of your team? And I literally countered with this and said, Etienne, Judy, Mari Cooper. I can't stand Mari Cooper this year. Terrible quarterback option there, and he's gonna be awful. But he obviously values Jerry Jeudy more than I do, and I offered him this deal. He accepted it. Breece Hall and Travis Etienne could be very similar running backs this year. I love Elijah Moore this season, and Tyreek Hill. I got the best player in the deal. I was so happy that he accepted this. That's how much. So, he valued Etienne way more. Maybe he was like, I need a running back that's better. I'm worried about Breece Hall. And I got all three of these parts I love. Now, I could be wrong about Jerry Jeudy, but that's one of them. Okay, let's go to the next one. This one, I'm not sure if I did well on. This is with my friend, Stu, and he's done some of the videos with me last year. Okay, so I finished the draft and knew that I had got hosed at quarterback. I waited too long. Every time I was going to pick Lamar Jackson, Tom Brady, Russell Wilson, whoever I was going to pick went before me. Mahomes, Herbert, all those guys went before, and so I kept waiting, and I couldn't get a quarterback. I ended up with Derek Carr. Now, some of you are like, well, that's going to be good. I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen there. Like, I hope that he's going to do better, but he throws way too many picks for me. So I am in love with Justin Herbert this year. I think he's the real deal. I think he's going to be top 3 for sure. So I want to make this offer. So right after the draft, we're talking like within a half an hour or less, we pulled off this deal. He wanted Javonte Williams, and rightfully so. He should be a super stud this year. Okay, so DJ Moore, Derek Carr, Javonte Williams. I literally picked DJ Moore, and he picked Waddle right after me. Or a couple picks after me. So that, in my opinion, is lateral. It doesn't matter. Someone's going to be better. I'm not sure. I got Damien Harris, and at that time I thought Damien Harris was going to be the clear-cut number 1. Looks like it's going to be a shared backfield. But upgrading to Herbert, wow. I am pumped about this trade. Now, I might lose this deal. This is what I'm talking about. Sometimes in a trade, there's a risk. And I am absolutely stoked to get Waddle and Herbert in this deal, hoping that Damien Harris scores another 10 to 12 touchdowns this year. That would make me really happy. So that's a deal that got accepted like 30 minutes after. Okay, I want to get into this one. This is the 1-for-1 trades that I want to show you that are an exception to the rule. Tyler Lockett for Devonta Smith. Okay, Devonta Smith. So why would someone make this deal? Someone drafted someone higher than the other. At the end of the day, like, which guy do you like better? Do you like Lockett? Do you like Devonta Smith? Most people say, well, I like Devonta Smith better. Well, here's the scenario. The Lockett fan had Devonta Smith and is a Seahawks fan. He wanted to get a Seahawk on his team. So these guys are very similar in ADP, very similar in what people are going to say production is going to be. He offered Devonta Smith to the owner who had Jalen Hurts. So it's the stack option. So this is why the 1-for-1 actually worked. Normally, this never ever works. But actually, it took a couple days for that trade to happen. I didn't pull off that trade. 2 friends of mine did. Okay, I want to show you this one that I just pulled off. I'm in a dynasty league. I've got Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers as my 2 dynasty quarterbacks. I'm concerned about Rodgers' age. I wanted to get a little younger. So I put out to the league that I wanted to trade Russell Wilson. Found out that one of our owners in our league doesn't really like Lamar Jackson. Well, I like Lamar Jackson. I love his upside. I love that his age. I love that he's healthy coming into this season. So I took the value of Russell Wilson and I said, hey, would you take Russell Wilson? Let's talk about deal. Russell Wilson for Lamar Jackson straight up. And I said, actually not even straight up. Like, what about those 2 players? He says, no, I'm not interested. Well, why? Oh, okay. I said, but no, I'm going to offer something more. So I just went bare bones. I offered Brandon Ayuk and Russell Wilson for Lamar. And I thought for sure it was going to get rejected. I was actually going to drop Brandon Ayuk. I'm so stacked in that league and I needed some room in my lineup to do some other things. And so he pushed accept and I was like, what? I look at it looked like I thought it got rejected. So I was like, oh, okay, I was expecting that. Go to my team and I have an empty roster spot and I got Lamar Jackson. I'm like, now some of you might say, well, what's the difference between Lamar Jackson and Russell Wilson? Well, it depends on which site you're on. Some sites have Lamar Jackson as the number 2 quarterback this year. Others have him at 4, but nobody has Russell Wilson at 5. Nobody has Russell Wilson until probably around ranking 6, 7, 8. And so right now that's a win for me. Now, at the end of the season, Russ is probably going to cook. He got a great O-line. It's probably not going to be that close or that difficult. I'm glad that the guy posted a hit accept because at the end of the day, let's go for it. Let's have some fun and trade. Okay, last one. This one was crazy. Friend of mine got offered this. Okay, so he's got Cortland Sutton and Najee Harris. And the guy offered him CMC and T. Higgins straight up for that. He ran. Well, he didn't ran. He if he had a computer, he would have ran to his computer, hit accept. But right on his phone, hit accept immediately. Sometimes deals like that come your way. You just gotta don't overthink it. Hit accept. He wins this deal by a landslide. And now he might be thinking he might be worried about McCaffrey's injury history and wants something more solid. So maybe he's really happy with this trade. Maybe he gets to sleep at night. I don't know what the thing is. So these are some trades. This is some ways to trade after your draft before the season starts. I'll probably end up, I know I'll do another trading video on how to make trades and talk a little bit more in depth on some of those things I talked about at the beginning of this video. Again, please hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks so much for the support. And if you've made a trade already this year, please post it in the comments. And if you want to make a trade and say, hey, this is what I'm thinking, what do you think? I would love to help you and connect. Also, we have a Discord channel where you can discuss trades and post some of the deals that you've gotten there, and we'd love to help you in that as well. Please hit that button and join our Discord. Have a fantastic day, and thanks so much for watching.